I don't like having to entertain these toxic, delusional characters, but unfortunately today that is the case. I need to, legally and psychologically, because the effects of the globe earth theory have upon people make them go to extremes, as we're about to see here. I want you to bear in mind this character here has been a guest recently on Sci-Fi Dan's channel. So Sci-Fi Dan is now also attached to this silly, slanderous story, and he's also part of the evidence to highlight how silly this man is. But let's let this toxic, delusional fool get the ball rolling.
It's often been said in the past, and it's noted by myself and other people, that Level Earth Observer very rarely, if ever, shows his face.
Now, why would I want to show my face? It's really, really strange and a little bit disturbing that there's a group of online globe representatives that are pretty much middle-aged men that play with children's toys want to see my face. I find that incredibly disturbing. Incredibly. You're one of these middle-aged men that plays with children's toys. You also want to see my face. Seeing my face won't change the results of demonstrable reality. And of course, demonstrable reality proves the globe's impossible. Stop being so weird and creepy.
I think the only video I've ever seen that shows anything like he looks like is the one that Wally showed, the one I said that he looks a little bit like Sid from Toy Story. You know, early demeanour, hates toys, black spiky hair, Sid from Toy Story.
Right, I don't know who Sid from Toy Story is. I'm going to go and find out. Bear with me. This is disturbing. So he thinks I look like a CGI teenager that comes from a kid's film. So we've got a middle-aged man that plays with kids' toys that imagines I look like a CGI teenager from a kid's film. Whew. Mate. Back to this very strange man.
You know, surly demeanour, hates toys, black spiky hair, Sid from Toy Story, and to a T. But he does work in the construction industry, and he does work in a high-risk job. Now, I've said, in one of the first videos I said about Level Up Observer is, well done him for getting the job he has, because that is a high-skilled job. Working in a crane, up on the high-rise cranes, that's a top skill, and there's nothing to be taken away from him for that. However, in my capacity as someone who also works within the building industry, I'm in a position where I can talk to several people, and I can talk to several people who own building companies and who own building firms who are self-employed or as part of larger companies. I will not name any of these companies. And on a whim, I've asked several of these gentlemen, and a couple of ladies actually, should be told, if in a completely hypothetical situation, picture the scene if you will, you have somebody who you pay a large amount of money to do a very dangerous job that relies on physics and knowledge of momentum and inertia and things like that. If you knew this person was a flat earther and said, was space denier, physics denier, said all these things publicly on a very public YouTube channel, would you continue to employ him? Let's say 95+% of the 70 people I asked that very simple question, if you knew your high-rise crane operator was an established and well-known flat earther, would he still be in your employ? More than 95% said no, they would fire him the second they found out.
Right, so based on what you've said, you've spoken to 70 people in the construction industry, my industry, where you've labelled me a flat earther, which is not true, because I don't believe any of the things that when you type in Google flat earth, none of those things are my claim, they're just propaganda. And it's been highlighted on Sci-Fi Dan's channel that I'm a demonstrable realist for those reasons. I stand by science that can be tested and verified by all. So you've slandered me in the industry to 70 people by labelling me something I'm not. You then go on to claim that I deny physics. I stand by every physical demonstration on this earth. I'm a demonstrable realist. And then you claim I deny space. Well, yeah, based on physical demonstrations that can be tested and verified by every single person on this earth. space that is a vacuum residing next to an air pressure system without solid separation is scientifically impossible. That's based on physical demonstrations that can be tested and verified by all. So you've gone onto screen, you've made a video highlighting the fact you've slandered me, lied, misrepresented me to at least 70 different people in the industry who are no doubt now going to go and speak to other people based on the lies and the misrepresentations that you've spouted in the industry that I work in. You've done that because you can't provide any scientific references whatsoever, and because your space fantasies get bashed left, right and centre by someone who stands by science that can be tested and verified by all. You've just incriminated yourself, mate, on film, not forgetting when you made the claims recently that I was operating a crane illegally, which you backed down because you had no idea how a crane works. I accepted your apology, but that's now become evidence, along with this incriminating footage of you lying and misrepresenting me in my own industry. Let's just see what flat Earth is as far as the search engine is concerned. Type in flat Earth and this is what you get. You see what this guy's done? Totally lied, misrepresented me in my own industry, making people think that I'm a tower crane operator who believes this, and all the other gunk that goes with it, the propaganda, the straw man, the misrepresentations. Mate, you've really, really messed up. Let's come back to him. How did you honestly think you were going to benefit from this? You can't prove that I'm a flat earther in the sense in what the search engine shows, because I've never claimed that. You can't prove that I deny physics, because I've never claimed that. Sophie's tosh doesn't cut it. I stand by science that backs the claims that can be tested and verified by all. You've essentially incriminated yourself here by trying to slander a man who's been in this industry a long time. It's on film. I've been advised by someone to take you to the cleaners, mate. Literally take you to the cleaners based on the evidence we've seen today and previous evidence, which of course I've stored as well. I was willing to let that go, but you've taken it to an all-time low, which means it's gone next level. An apology won't work now because you've slandered me to at least 70 different people in the industry who are now thinking I believe in absurdities like I've shown, flat earth propaganda. No, I'm a demonstrable realist. You've messed up big time. Sci-Man Dan is also evidence in this because his channel highlights what a liar you are, because he's put up that I'm a demonstrable realist and I stand by those things. You've starred on that channel and commented on those videos. You have messed up big time, mate. This is what the globe does to people. It messes with them psychologically, so much so that they're willing to go to these depths. Shame on you.